Ken Gray first made the All Blacks on the 1963-64 tour of Great Britain. In those games, he kept company with a great forward pack. The early 1960s were changing times for rugby. At last, forwards were encouraged to run with the ball. No longer were big scrummaging props just looked for. They had to be fast and skillful as well. The 63-64 pack had some great moments.
Little crashes into Uzzell in a shattering tackle, and Briscoe picks up to feed Stewart. The big lock rampages down the field, barging into the plucky Welsh fullback Hodgson, but by holding on too long, he's blunted the impetus of the attack. But Colton intercepts his pass and the tides are turned completely. Up to Wilcox and Colton's tackled, ball and all. Briscoe picks it up, out to Arnold, to John Graham. He pivots, looking for support. It's there, Colin Meads tackled, but his great strength drags him over the line for a wonderful try.
Physically, there's no position that approaches the front row. The difference between a lock and the front row is tremendous. You have all this grinding power of, 8, 16 stoners either side, and they're just running through your body.
Ken Gray had his own great moments as an All Black. This was his favourite memory of a test match.
Breaks almost 10 yards from the goal line, still going. Gives it to Gray, and Gray is going to score.
I might be the only All Black to have actually signed an autograph book in the middle of a test match. Somehow or other, I happened to be in the right spot at the right time, and I had the sort of final try. And as I dotted the ball down, a whole lot of Maori blokes, but predominantly Maori, I remember raced onto the field, and one shoved an autograph book under my hand, and I actually signed it, and they were going to invade the field, and that was going to be the end of the game. It's an example of what a cool person Wilson Winteray was. He had something in his mind that would never have occurred to me. He said, "Look, fellas," and he gave a little speech to all these blokes ready to invade the field. He said, "Look, if you just stand back just a minute and let Fergie kick this conversion, this will be the biggest win that the All Blacks have ever had over South Africa in their history," which apparently was true, I don't know. So Fergie slotted the goal.
Ken Gray was a rugby player of the 60s. His opposition to apartheid meant he was the first rugby player to pull out of a tour over the South Africa issue. Yet he came back to the game, and this week he's remembered as one of the greats of rugby.
And no matter how long the game was and how arduous the path, he was always there at the end. He might be a bit bloodied, but he was never bowed or broken. And again, on those long tours where people have to produce good performance game after game after game, Ken was there right to the end. He was, without doubt, apart from his football ability, typical as a young man of one of the very best young men New Zealand can produce. And the sad thing today isn't that we've lost a great old All Black, but we've really lost a great New Zealander.